Well, hello everyone, it's Ferocious Knight here from Coach Training World, and I am sitting here with the most fabulous woman on the planet. Evdoksia is one of our more unique coaches. She really brings a lot of her whole self to the work, especially her sensitivities to energy and the energy work she really infuses into her coaching practice. And she is an intelligent, vital energy coach. And honestly, I think you need to start with helping people understand what that means. Because I know, because I've just seen your amazingness. But would you start there, please?
Yes, before I do, let me thank you, Ferocious, for the opportunity to appear on your channel. But what I really want to thank you for is what you've taught me. I'm not the same person I was before I did the training, so I don't think I will ever be able to thank you enough. So one more time, thank you. So, okay, now enough about you. Let's talk about me. Well, yes, I'm an intelligent vital energy coach. The reason why I am this kind of coach is because ever since I was a little girl, I was really, really sensitive to people's energies. I could pick things up. I could see and hear and sense things others didn't. And I was like the odd one out in my family. And I followed the path, the traditional family path. I became a lawyer. I had my own practice. But something was telling me that I wasn't on the right path. And actually, I found out that it was my inner voice. And the minute I started listening to my inner voice, everything changed. I started practicing Reiki, and then I learned and practiced it, and then hypnotherapy. And while I use divining rods to test, to do energy testing, but something was missing because the people I accompany, I can't even call them my clients. They're not. They're just people who are maybe on the same path or similar path as my own. So the people I accompany came to me with questions and they wanted advice. And I knew that something was missing. So I wanted to do it right. After a lot of research, I bumped into Coach Training World, did the training. So here I am, a vital energy, intelligent vital energy coach who uses all her senses, visible, invisible, comprehensible, incomprehensible, to help the people she accompanies move forward and listen to their inner voice like I did.
And I have to admit to everyone, because I've actually had the experience of working with you, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, just the way you brought in the rods, to kind of answer the first questions, but then you really brought it back to me and my process. But some of the things that you were able to bring in with your experience and what you were sensing really helped me a lot. Who, would be the most ideal client for you? Because I know you work with a lot of different people, but who's your sweet, the person that you really want to help the most?
It sounds selfish, but I want to help people like me. But when I say people like me, everybody. And I know that's not the right thing to say. Everybody has to have a niche or an audience. But I want to help people like me, people who can't hear. I mean, like me in the past, people who can't hear their inner voice, people who feel lost, who feel that they try to navigate without a compass. I want to work with these people, clear the ambient noise, all this noise pollution in their head, and help them listen to their inner voice and be guided from within. That's the kind of people I want to work with. The ones who are courageous enough to listen to their inner voice and live by its advice.
Yes. Well, and I have to acknowledge that I think that could be a lot of different people, because there might be someone trying to figure out their best career, or should they be in a relationship, or what is really important to me. What do you notice in the people that you have been working with just of late? What are some of the things that they're called to work on?
As you said, I work with people from all walks of life and even different ages, from teenagers to people much older than I am. And actually, yes, it's the constraints imposed on them by society that imprison them into a way of life that makes them unhappy. And what I bring into their lives is this new perspective that if we listen to our inner voice and do what we came on this earth to do, we won't become outcasts. We can thrive. You know, people are afraid that if they listen to their inner voice, maybe they will become outcasts or hermits, or they won't fit in anymore, which is not true. So that's what I'm helping people with. Yes, it's and I use, as you said, I use my superpower, my special ability to help them. I was coaching this lady yesterday, and she was talking about the problem she had. And anyway, I asked the question, which came out of the blue. I mean, it was completely irrelevant to what we were saying, but I sensed that that was the question that had to be answered before we move forward. And actually, the session took a completely different direction, and this lady did so much progress that at the end of the session, she was like flabbergasted by that just one question that my intuition, actually my inner voice, told me to ask her.
When what I'm hearing is, you know, your inner voice is also really showing up to help you to help other people.
Yes, everybody has a mission on earth, and all missions are equally important. I mean, every mission, even, you know, even the villain, even the bad guy, he's here with a mission. He's here. I know that might sound strange, especially to people who have been hurt by villains, but even villains have their mission on earth. So my mission is to use my inner voice to help other people, because my inner voice can hear other people's inner voice, and it can be conveyed, the message can be conveyed through me. Talking about, you know, messages and inner voices, one of the techniques that I use is channeling. I channel people's higher self. Actually, higher self, inner voice, that's the same thing. So that's where the information comes from. It's from their own inner voice. So sometimes I use that during a coaching session, but it's really random, and I don't do it on purpose. It only happens if it's absolutely necessary that the person hears something. Or, you know, we have a session, a channeling session that lasts a whole hour, and then the person can learn a lot about themselves. So yeah, so yes, that's the inner voice.
I'm kind of giggling over here because as you're talking, I'm kind of going off a little bit of my own little, like, yeah, there's my inner voice. That was, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Not only as a coach, but also just as a human being, where, you know, it's like so much noise that we have in our head and so much distractions today. And then we don't even know if we're listening to our higher self or a different part of ourself that's showing up out of fear or protection. And so the fact that you can really help people to tune into that tiny voice, and then the fact that you can also meet them there in that, what I feels like almost like a spiritual realm, feels just like very, very supportive.
Well, it is. It's an amazing experience for both the people I accompany and myself. It's, you know, it's a fair exchange. I learn from them, they learn from me. We walk hand in hand. But what is extremely important in what I do, and it's like, okay, it's as if I'm tooting my own horn. What's extremely important about what I do, but I speak out. You know, I used to be ashamed to say that I can channel. I used to be ashamed to say that I can feel energies, because it was a taboo where I come from, and I just speak out. And yeah, I'm not shy to say yet that yes, I was a lawyer in the Athens Bar Association. I had my own private practice, and I gave it all up to become what I am, an intelligent, vital energy coach. So I just want to tell people that it's okay, and I'm normal, you know, and I have friends, and I still have a life, and I still have a husband and a pet, Merlin. And it's okay. It's not weird. And the more I speak out, the more it's as if, you know, I'm holding a campaign. people, don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to sense. It's normal. It's okay. So many people can do it. And the more I speak out, the more I advocate the inner voice, people's inner voice, the more I attract people like this. The more I have people telling me, yes, but can I trust it? But this is what happened. Yes, trust it. So that's the most important part of what I do, like speak up for people's inner voice. Just have them feel confident that they're not crazy. They're perfectly normal. And if they listen to their inner voice, their life will be truly magnificent.
I'm hearing that you are really more than an intelligent, vital energy coach. You're really more about creating a movement of people really trusting their gifts, especially the ones that society looks at as like, I don't understand it, so maybe I don't want to touch it. And I don't think everyone feels that way, but I know certainly those who have, extra special gifts or extra sensitivities can certainly feel marginalized.
Unfortunately, it's true. And I will never forget the day I came out of the closet.
What happened?
I'll tell you what happened. I was doing what I do. I was an intelligent vital energy coach. And I did Reiki and everything. But every time we were out, social gatherings or, receptions or functions, I introduced myself as a lawyer. I was such a hypocrite. I was so fake. I put on, the look of a lawyer, and, and I was ashamed or afraid to talk about what I do. So we were invited to this reception, and there were like, there were ambassadors and, priests, but a very high level and, like high society kind of thing. It's not that I hung out with them. It was a special occasion and I happened to be invited in such a function. And the hostess introduced me to someone from the IMF, and she said, and she is a lawyer. And I said, well, I was a lawyer, but now this is what I do. And the words flowed out of my mouth effortlessly, and I felt I was glowing. And I think that I was reborn that day, I was in front of, I have no respect for the IMF, sorry, but anyway, or its practices, very, very strict. I'm Greek, by the way, we've suffered a lot. But I managed to say what I really was, and no shame involved. I was reborn, Farosha. Yeah, that's the story. So I want to help other people feel the same way I did, liberated from this burden. People with gifts, get out of the closet, share your gifts with the world. If you want to share them, if you don't want to share them with the world, share them with yourselves. Take advantage of them. Use them. They're for your own good.
They are. And I really, really love your philosophy, but I also really love your devotion to your clients and to your work and to constantly becoming the even better version of yourself.
Well, I'm trying, and if I become a better version of myself, it's also thanks to the people I accompany. Each person that comes to me comes with a gift for me.
Isn't that the truth? I think when I first became a coach, it was my deep love of learning and self-improvement and wanting to help other people, but I had no idea that the gift would always give both ways. And it sounds like you're experiencing that as well. Yeah.
Yes. It's such a fair trade. It's really a fair trade. So many people thank me so much. Oh, what you've done for me, I could never repay you. I said, but you already have. And it's the truth. I love people. I believe in people's kindness. I believe in our ability to love and feel compassion for ourselves, first of all, and then for others. Everybody is the same. And we are all born with this natural, innate kindness. And given the right opportunity, it can flourish. And even, you know, for people who didn't grow up in an environment, you know, conducive to this kindness, it's never too late. The transformation I've seen, I mean, I've seen so many transformations with the people I accompany, and someone, you know, could say that, oh, this is a lost cause. There's no lost cause. Not even one person is a lost cause. And that's one of my mottos. There are no lost causes. Everybody's worth a second and a third and a fourth and a fifth chance.
Beautiful. I'm hearing so much that you're doing. You're really helping people to connect to that inner voice and to trust themselves, but also on a whole nother level to help people to have that radical acceptance of what's happening and to be able to forgive. Multidimensional. Yes.
This is what I try to do. I was searching for inner peace. I can't say that I found it, you know. Sometimes I have it, sometimes it's not there. It's not a given, you know. It's a struggle. So I seek inner peace. I get it from time to time, and I want to help others find it, because if you feel good, if you have inner peace, why hurt anyone? Do you know, I mean, all bad, everything that's bad happens because people are feeling bad. Nobody hurts others if they're feeling good, if they have inner peace.
So true. So true. Oh, thank you so much for being here and sharing, and more importantly, being the light of who you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Parosha, for making me an even better person. Okay, if I was any good beforehand, I've learned so much thanks to you, and I've changed and I've grown. So thank you.